Hello, my name is Jay. Welcome back to my Tech Vault. Today we're going to be talking about and showing off my new camera rig. So, a little bit of the background story. I have been running either GoPros with these right here with like special metal cases, or running my phone camera for the majority of this channel. And so for the lovely event of, I don't know, almost 500 videos, and I guess 2 years of doing this, I figured that it was about time that I invest a little bit more into this hobby of mine. So I've got a new camera set up that I'll be showing off today. So a little bit of the story behind some of this as well is that these GoPros don't really have, I think they're Yi 4K pluses, but they really don't have any options to really customize for the video. So you just have a fisheye lens. It's like a 27-degree fisheye lens, and it's pretty much just set that way. You really can't control much, you really can't do blurs, it's just set. And obviously this is great for most people. An action camera to record your YouTube videos was great for me. An action camera to go through and record different scenes of stuff when you go on vacation, to of course do your videos. It's awesome, it's great. But for when you start getting into what I want to do, a little bit more of the detailed cinematic shots of, for example, different parts, or doing some shots of some builds, this really all of a sudden loses its value quite quickly, because it no longer really is a viable option to do very, very close-up shots, and also very difficult to get some of the great cinematic shots with the blurred backgrounds. So, well, yes, this quality on this camera is completely horrible in comparison. It is definitely something that I'm very grateful and been able to use. The other thing is the audio quality, which is what I'm recording with another one of these, by the way. I have two of them. As you can hear in the background, there's quite a good bit of static in the background. And we'll do a comparison with what the new system sounds like versus now. But as you can hear a pretty good bit of background noise, which I questionably don't even know if it's there or not. It may just be stuff that's in the camera. Or issues with the camera recording itself. But these little guys have done a great job in recording a lot of good stuff, a lot of good cinematics, a lot of good video, I guess for the last 2 years now. And my phone has done a great job as well. I've even got a little gimbal for him, which I've done for school projects, which is also quite awesome. But for school projects and stuff, these guys have done awesome. But for me now, it's time to move on to a little bit something more entertaining. So I've got a big old fancy camera now, and this is quite a fancy camera. So here we have a wonderful, I'll separate this video into a couple, or separate this into a couple parts. So first off, I've got myself a 12 to 60 millimeter lens, basically to go through and record all the close-up, far-up shots, a good zoom, and also a pretty good ability to adjust for specific focuses, and trying to put things just into focus, which means nice, pretty blurred backgrounds. On the top, we've got a regular microphone. This is the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, I think. This is something I've had for a long time. Finally, actually can put it to good use. And then also, we've got the camera itself. I think it's a Blackmagic Design Cinema. This guy also got, I think, used. So this guy was relatively cheap as well, relatively. But for the most part, a couple things that I really like is the ability to, of course, zoom in a good bit, see a lot of close-ups, get a lot of close-up shots. Also, this camera has a lot of different frame rate options. It can do RAW. The image quality is substantially better than these GoPros. Only downside is, of course, the battery is horrible. I've got an external hard drive to go through and record to. I've got actually made my own terabyte Western Digital Blue, and a little adapter for USB-C. And honestly, this guy is amazing, because rather than paying like $300, $400 for it, for an external hard drive, you got, I think I paid $115 for that, which obviously is not any bit of easy money, but it is quite a good snag when you think about it. So all through this video, I should be showing off all the cool goodies. For the most part, though, it is the autofocus on this camera. I remember reading a lot of reviews that it's horrible, and at times it's questionable, but if you can focus it just right, it's actually not that bad. It gets you at least in the ballpark, which you can then adjust with the focus ring itself. But I plan on actually getting a little mount for the SSD Put that maybe over here or something, have that come underneath here, and mount over there as well. Also, I might end up getting an extra battery pack for it, not sure just yet. But for the most part, the camera itself is actually wonderful. The videos that it records are awesome. I've been taking a couple days just to go through and experiment, get used to the new camera. But it also has some ability to take some pictures, which is nice for a little bit sometimes when you have thumbnails and stuff. It's a great ability to take pictures, but they're not super high quality. So honestly, that's what I was trading up though. You either get nice video quality, you get nice picture quality. And me, I'm more of a video person, so I'm really happy with how this ends up turning out. That is pretty much the microphone itself, and then of course the camera, and that's probably about the whole rig itself. This will probably just sit on a tripod with it plugged in probably for the most part because the battery is horrible. But let me go, if you want to take a look at what this sounds like normally with the new video, you can take it, or new video camera, you can take a look at the previous video that I published. It is the one of showing off a slight quality upgrade. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you got to see a little bit of the background behind this. And then we've got a lot of different stuff to be showcasing for the next couple of videos, and a lot of budget systems, and a lot of old graphics cards that are not really old and actually kind of powerful. So this is going to be getting put to good use quite soon. So thank you guys very much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'm actually kind of tired currently. So that's why this wasn't specifically a super large fancy video. I've actually just finished up all the stuff for summer and getting ready to go back to school, so I am preparing for that. But thank you guys very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.